Tuesday, February 11th, and this is your Daily Coffee with Wes Gardner. Before we jump into the first story of the day, I have to ask, what is it with this new news trend of people eating other people's faces? Authorities in South Florida say deputies shot a naked man after he attacked a retired police officer and bit an 18-year-old man in the face. The man was walking on Military Trail when he attacked the retired New York City police officer. The 6-foot, 250-pound man then began chasing another guy and a 10-year-old boy. According to the deputies in question, when the man was tased, he did not stop coming after them, which suggests some pretty heavy drugs. Thankfully, kind of, in this general situation, before he could maul anyone else's face, he was shot 3 times in the chest and died in the hospital. Police officers are still trying to identify the man and figure out what fucking substance he was on. For all of our football fans out there, you of course know that the Super Bowl took place very recently, and we have some interesting news from this latest Super Bowl. And in case you were wondering, this news comes from Pornhub, of all reputable sources. Pornhub was reporting that it took a dive in viewing by 51% and 61% in Denver and Seattle, respectively. This isn't surprising. Most people were watching the Super Bowl. That kind of is self-explanatory. What is interesting is what happened after the end of the Super Bowl. Seattle continued to revel in their victory, and Pornhub saw a 17% drop in viewership during that time period. The interesting thing is what happened in Denver. Denver was essentially a bunch of sad babies who decided to drown their sorrows in pornography, apparently, because their porn viewership increased by 11%. And we are going to wrap up today with news from Sochi. Now, for those of you that have been following the Olympics, you of course know that the newest Winter Olympics is taking place in Sochi, Russia. What you might not know is of the living conditions that many of the journalists are currently going through. And the reports of these living conditions are on top of the terrorist threats that were made before the beginning of the Olympics, and of course all of the awesome, super, not disgusting homophobic quotes that came from the Russian government. Basically, what happened is that all of the hotels in Sochi weren't actually ready for anyone to be there at all, and they are apparently gross as fuck. Most of the rooms are unfinished, with doorknobs come off, wiring is exposed, water is brown when it's actually available at all, and is apparently full of chemicals that are dangerous for your face. The last one is a reference from a particular quote from one of the journalists who said that the front desk told her not to bathe in the water as it would damage her face. And of course, bookings that were made 5 months ago are no longer available. Some of these journalists are asked to give up their pillows for the athletes. And one of the most disgusting things is that there is a sign in a particular bathroom that says, "Do not flush any toilet paper, but to instead use the trash can." Words do not describe how fucking gross that is. Oh, and on top of it all, there are uncovered manholes around, just fucking around. For no particular reason, because that's safe. And apparently there are packs of wild dogs and other animals that just wander through fucking rooms. I do kind of wonder how much of this is that just they weren't prepared, and how much of it is that just Vladimir Putin was like, fuck it. But that is going to wrap up this quickie episode of sorts. I appreciate everyone watching. This has been your Daily Coffee with Wes Gardner. I love all of your beautiful, beautiful faces. Have a good day, folks. Goodbye.